just to give a bit of a background, also, Animal Advocacy Africa conducted the pilot program for this actual program that's been, supporting animal welfare organizations. Over the last 6 months last year, we supported 11 animal welfare organizations. And based on the traction that we have received, we are happy to announce that we are scaling up this program to include and reach even much more organizations across Africa who will benefit from this fundraising, building capacity, improving their operational systems, improving their support system to be able to do more and be more effective in the work that they are doing. So what is this series about? This series serves to provide a platform for organizations to present their work to the wider community and to connect them to people both within and beyond the continent. And so with this, I am happy to introduce to you Che Gilbert and Yui, who is from the International Organization for Animal Protection based in Cameroon. And he is one of the representatives, he's a representative of the organization. And so we work closely with him during the pilot program. Amazing person, amazing animal. I'm very passionate about animal welfare. And so he'll be discussing his work with promoting animal welfare in both farmed and work animals. He does a lot of work with farmed animals and work animals, donkeys and horses, and all of that in Cameroon. And just to give a brief of his bio, Che is an animal activist in Cameroon who has coordinated many successful projects in animal welfare and environmental protection. And based on his, the work that he has done over time, in 2012, he was nominated the international representative of International Organization for Animal Protection in Cameroon, also known as IOAP, and which is headquartered, the global headquarters is in Milan, Italy. And then also in 2018, he was nominated as the World Animal Day Ambassador for Cameroon. And he has also participated in several other national programs, activities, and conferences that have been directed towards animal welfare in the course of his career. So I am very, very happy to, invite Che to, give his presentation, to make his presentation. And, I so much look forward to hearing from him. And yeah, Che, please take over the virtual mic from me. But before then, I will share my screen so that I'll be able to present Che's presentation, if I can call it that way.
Okay, Kiki, thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, and thank you for having me. It's really an honor to be part of this.
Che, you're muted.
Okay. Are we okay now? Can you get me, please? Kiki.
You can go on. I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Please go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for having this opportunity given by the Animal Advocacy Africa, which I think it's been very wonderful, and they are doing a very great job to assist some of us and the work we are doing in Africa. I also wish to take this opportunity to personally thank you for your support and all the wonderful support you've given us throughout 2021, and we are looking forward to work together this 2022. Okay, my presentation, please. Hello?
Che, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the presentation, please.
Okay, let me reshare it.
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Okay, I can see it.
All right.
Okay, thank you. As you know, this is the International Organization for Animal Protection, OIPA, Cameroon, with the headquarters in Milan, Italy. And hello?
Che, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay, this is the OIPA, that is International Organization for Animal Protection, based in Cameroon, and with the headquarters in Milan, Italy. In Cameroon, we operate 2 offices, in Bamenda and in the west region of Cameroon, that is Northwest region and the west region of Cameroon. Next slide, please. Okay, for more information about OIPA, you can visit our website. That is, you will see our website is still under construction. We are trying to fit in more information because we had a problem last year. And through AAA, we've been able to get in contact with somebody who is working with us to better our website. So we are working on that, and in due course, all the information you need about OIPA will be on the website, and you can visit it. For now, you can visit it and you will see the information that is there at the moment. Next slide. Okay. The International Organization for Animal Protection is a non-governmental organization. As I earlier said, that is based, the headquarters is in Milan, Italy, and a branch in Cameroon. The Cameroonian branch hosts 2 offices in the Northwest and in the Western region of Cameroon. OIPA Cameroon was founded in the year 2012, and we were working with communities and schools at that time without an authorization. And after, though we had deposited our request for authorization, so it took us 5 years from 2012 to 2017. In 2017, we got our authorization from the Ministry of Territorial Administration and Decentralization of Cameroon. So at the moment, OIPA is a fully authorized animal protection organization in Cameroon with the authorization number on the screen. OIPA is also affiliated to the United Nations Department of Public Information, United Nations Economic and Social Council, and the United Nations Environment Programme. OIPA Cameroon operates as an independent branch. So most of our activities are being carried out by ourselves, and we can report from time to time to the headquarters in Milan, Italy. At the moment, we boast of 45 members and supporters in and out of the country. The organization also works for the protection of the environment. The organization is headed in Cameroon by its international representative, which is Mr. Che Gilbert. That's me speaking. Our office is located at my 6 Mancon, Northwest region of Cameroon. And sorry, I did not include a branch in Bafoussam. So you can get to us through these numbers, through these emails, and we work with a team of, we were made up of a team of supporters and volunteers that keeps the organization running its daily activities. Okay. The organization, OIPA's mission is to work with the government, the communities, communities, institutions, partners, civil society organizations in Cameroon to ensure the welfare of all animals and the environment. Our vision is, we envision a Cameroon where people show compassion and protect and care for all animals. As you can see, the beautiful pictures of some of our volunteers that are showing compassion to animals, and you can see the reaction of the animals towards our volunteers. It really shows that they are being handled with care, and that is exactly what we are doing. We hope that every Cameroonian will be able to have compassion for animals and to treat them with love, with passion, with care, and with respect. Next slide, please. Our goals to propose, the goal of the organization is to propose solutions and programs alongside preventive character against every kind of mistreatment on animals, to help in the protection of the environment, biodiversity, conservation, and combating climate change by involving underprivileged persons in sustainable development programs and sustainable development resource management. As you can see the picture, you can see that's a clear example of animal, that's a clear example of animal cruelty. This picture was taken in the far north region of Cameroon, in the year 2021. Next slide, please. What the organization does, we help people to understand the critical importance of good animal welfare practices. We also encourage communities to commit into animal-friendly practices. We fight for the 5 freedoms of animals, which are the freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury, and diseases, freedom from fear and distress, and freedom to express normal behavior. So for the past years, we've been working on this, and we've been encouraging communities to respect the 5 freedoms of animals, and also to ensure that these animals enjoy their freedoms. Okay. Okay, thank you. Our work. Now, one of the most important things one of the things that we do, the work that we do on daily basis, almost on daily basis, we educate and advocate for the welfare of animals, and anti-cruelty, animal rescue and rehabilitation, organization of mobile veterinary clinics. These campaigns are usually carried out in communities, because in Cameroon, most of these animals are in the communities, and the people in the communities know almost nothing concerning animal welfare. So we educate, as you can see on the pictures. We educate school children on animal welfare. We organize workshops, training for community members. We educate them on animal welfare and animal management. By doing so, we also demonstrate how to treat these animals. By doing so, we demonstrate how to treat these animals by providing medical assistance, provide healthcare to these animals, and most of the work we do, the healthcare we provide for these animals are free of charge, because in these communities, most of these people live on less than $1 a day in these rural communities. So our work is free of charge. We treat these animals free of charge, and then we educate the community on how they can improve their relationship with these animals and live happily with the animals. Next slide, please. We have series of projects that we are running at the moment. One of the projects is improving donkey welfare in Cameroon, case study the far north region. This project started in September 2021 in the far north region of Cameroon, where we educate donkey owners on donkey welfare and management. This program is very critical because donkeys are very important to the people, and yet they know nothing concerning the welfare of donkeys. And one of the sad situations is that the government is doing almost nothing to educate these people on donkey welfare and how they can be able to manage and sustainably live with their donkeys. This donkey issue is really critical in Cameroon because we are facing this donkey trafficking issue, which is really gaining grounds now in the far north region of Cameroon. And in the past years, these donkeys have been smuggled from Cameroon to Chad, from Cameroon to Nigeria, from Cameroon to other African countries. And the people in this community, they know how important these donkeys are to them. But with the tempting amount that the buyers bring, they are forced to sell their donkeys, and at the end, they suffer. So based on this, we started this project in collaboration with the, are you getting me? Hello, Kiki?
Go ahead, Che. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you clearly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. We started this project in 2021 with in collaboration with the Nature Watch Foundation, who supported us to provide treatment for 1,200 donkeys and educate over 20 primary schools on the, because most of the children in primary schools live in families that own donkeys. So almost every family in the far north region, especially in local areas, own a donkey. So this program is very, very important because it educates the people and it also cements the relationship they are having with these donkeys.
Shay, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Thank you. Yeah. So this project started in September 2021 and is still ongoing in the far north region of Cameroon. The project, we are also training 20 community champions. These champions are vibrant youths from the community. We train them on how to produce improvised harness to use them on these donkeys, because they are using these donkeys in a very clear manner. And so that, include the picture. If you look on the backs of some of these donkeys, they have wounds because they carry loads without any thing on their back. So it's really hurting, and it sometimes kills these animals gradually. So through this project, as you can see on the right side of your screen, that's our team educating them on how they can better improve their relationship with these animals, with the donkeys, how they can protect their donkeys, and how they can improve the health of these donkeys. So the project is ongoing. So far, we've been able to treat 1,000 donkeys, and we hope to do more. The education project also, we were able to educate 20 primary schools, and we directly reached about 3,500 school children. Okay, education campaign. This campaign, we teach communities and schools on animal welfare. We train and equip teachers with materials to promote animal welfare education. Based on our experience, we have realized that one of the most effective means of improving the welfare of animals is by educating the animal owners and educating the young generation, because animal welfare is almost a new concept in Cameroon, especially in rural communities. In most of the communities where we work, the people don't know anything concerning animal welfare. That's why most of the animals live with these people in the communities, because in our cities, you cannot find that much animals, but in the communities, that's where you will find these animals. But unfortunately, the people who are living with these animals know almost nothing concerning the welfare of these animals. And the government is doing almost nothing as well to teach these people or to bring up the idea of animal welfare. The unfortunate situation is that the animals that are being catered for a little are cows, and these cows receive this care from the owners because of the income they are generating. Goats also receive the same treatment, the same consent from their owners, but the way they live, they are only concerned about their health. They are not concerned about other aspects like their environment. They are not concerned about their feeding habits, how to feed them, how to constantly give them drinking water, stuff like that. So it is very important. This education program is very, very important for the people who are living with these animals. That's why we are taking our animal welfare education program to the communities. As you can see to the right of your screen, these are school children with our team being educated on animal welfare. And the fortunate thing is that about 80% of the pupils we meet own at least an animal in their homes. So this program is very impactful because it directly links to the animal. These people who are educated have something in common to do with this animal on daily basis. So this program is very important to us. And to the right of your screen, you can see that these people seated on the ground are animal owners, especially farm animals. Most of these people own pigs and goats, they own poultry. So we took this initiative to educate them on how they can improve the welfare of these animals. They are only concerned about the income these animals generate for them, but they are not concerned about the welfare of these animals. For instance, we visit some of their farms and we discover that there are over 1,000 birds in a space that is not up to, in a very small space that can contain them. They are not free. So all these things lead to with their animal cruelty, and these people don't know. Some of them have enough space that they can keep these animals and the animals will live freely, but they are not aware that they don't have the knowledge. So we take up this initiative to educate the people, and education in our program is very, very important because we have educated some of these communities and we have gone back there. We have seen some changes. Sometimes we receive calls from them to assist them when an animal is in a critical situation or something. So we have discovered that education is very, very important. Next slide, please. Okay. Another campaign, another work that we do almost all the time is treatment of stray and owned animals in communities. Like I said before, communities are they are home to many animals, to almost all the animals. So providing this treatment to these people, to these animals is very important because it gives the owner the idea that it is important to provide treatment to animals. OIPA runs the first and the only mobile veterinary clinic in Cameroon that deliver free treatment to animals, especially in rural community. And I emphasize on this because most of our services are free. About 90% of our services in communities, in rural communities, are free. And thanks to support from some donors like SPCA International, who've constantly been supporting us with drugs and other equipments that enables us to carry out these activities. You can see the picture in the middle. These are owners of farmed animals. One of the things is we discover in rural communities is that these farmed animals are mostly reared by women because they are constantly rearing these animals, especially pigs. On the picture in the middle, you will see that majority are women, and all of these women in this picture own a small piggery. a small piggery. In the next slide, you will see the other picture, but for now, let's talk on this. These women are very passionate about these animals because these animals generate income for them. But the unfortunate situation is that they know almost nothing concerning the welfare of these animals. So we took up this initiative and organized a workshop to train and educate them on how they can better the condition of farm animals. And thankfully, they came in their numbers. This is one of the training sessions that we've been organizing, just one among many that we've organized. So they came in their numbers, and we are really seeing changes because we now receive calls. You can see to the right of your screen, our mobile vet clinic. We now receive calls from these women almost on weekly basis to pass around, check on these animals. If they notice that the animal is not behaving normally, if they notice some changes, since they are not professionals, they call us, and we are there to help them, to educate them, to assist them on the field, and tell them exactly what to do in order to improve the welfare of animals. So our mobile clinic is a very important component to the work we are doing, because it serves the animals directly. And the team is also made up of professionals that gives advice to the animal owners on daily basis, because this team work on daily basis. On daily basis, our team is on the ground. Okay, now let's talk about farm animals. As you can see, this is an example of what I was talking in the previous slide. To the right, you will see one of the ladies, one of the women that participated in the training session. And when she went back home, some few days later, she called. We visited her farm because before the training, we had not visited the farm. So it's a farming group. We passed through the president and we were able to invite all of them. So after we had the training session with them, the workshop with them, she invited us to her farm the next week to get a first-hand advice, and so that we should experience what she is doing on the field. And as you can see, for example, that's a very small space. It's about 2 meters square, and you have almost 9 piglets inside, including the main pig. So to the right of the screen, you can also see about 9 other piglets in another fence. These are 2 different, these are locally made fence that they rear these animals. So you can see the situation in which these are 2 different fences that we visited on the same day. And you can see what, how these animals are living. It's not fair for the animals. So what we do is we give them advice, because they have this space, but to afford this, the plan to construct the fence sometimes is expensive. So that's the excuse they always give us, that it's expensive. So we are trying by all means to educate them and make them understand that the space for these animals is very small. They are not able to express themselves. And you can see even the fence is not well kept. When we arrived there, we had to clean it to show her that this is how you're supposed to do it, in order to make sure that these animals live in a very comfortable area. So our team give on-the-spot support and advice to owners of farmed animals. Next slide, please. Okay. During our work, these are the challenges we are facing. Or this is our main challenge: the lack of funding to scale up our activities. We work on daily basis. We go to communities. We visit several communities. In a month, our team can visit 3-4 communities, and in a week we can be on the field 4 days out of 7 in a week. So this is our team of veterinarians who are working with us. They support. We have about 4 volunteers among this team. The 2. This is our main vet, to the extreme right and to the extreme left. Those are our vets, and the rest are they volunteer with us on daily basis to assist us work in these communities in order to improve the welfare of animals. So the challenges we are facing at the moment, we have always been facing, is the lack of funding to scale up our activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Che, for your presentation. That was very, very, I think I've never heard you speak about this in much details. So I'm glad to even experience this. Even despite while working with you, I didn't maybe quite fully understand the depth of what you're doing, especially with the donkeys. Very, very remarkable, and really big kudos to you for the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Thanks so much for sharing, all of this wonderful work you're doing with us. So I want to, give opportunity for anyone who wants to ask any questions. So please, do you have any questions, comments? I mean, even words of encouragement, whatever you have to share with us, please let us know in response to this presentation that Che has made. So if you don't want to speak, you might want to put something in the chat box for us to read out for everyone to, learn here. So I'll be expecting questions, comments. Yeah. Okay, so there's a question here, Che, for you. It says, thank you, Che, for your insightful presentation and passion for animal welfare. How do you structure your education program currently?
Okay, currently, what we do, how we structure our education program is we have a 9 months of school period in Cameroon. And each of those 9 months, we program ourselves to visit 20 schools, depending on the means we have at hand. For instance, in the past years, we've been receiving support from SPANA, and we visit 20 schools each academic year. These schools are being visited 3 times. Each school is visited 3 times, and we create an animal welfare club in each of the schools to promote animal welfare and carry out activities that are related to animal welfare, not only in school, but also in the communities. So our target each year is to reach a minimum of 3,500 pupils. And since we started in 2012, we've reached over 24,000 school-going children. So we, based on our resources at hand, we are able to visit 20 schools each academic year. And so far, we've been able to train also 180 teachers with support from SPANA.
Okay, just a little bit of follow-up question from there. Do you have like a manual that you use during this training, or a curriculum that you used to, you have something standardized that you used to teach these children and their clubs for animal welfare? Yes,
we do. During our school tour visits, we already have a guide that has been produced that we also give them to the teachers to guide them to be able to teach these children. We have a guide already. We have booklets for these children. We have stickers that we distribute to them with illustrative pictures and educative messages for them to take back home, take it back to their communities. So we have guides, we have stickers, we have charts that we place them on the walls in the classrooms for them to see, and it should be reminding them on daily basis on their responsibilities for animals.
Thank you, Che. Amazing work. Eileen Piper is asking, or she says, thank you for the presentation. What are the animal protection laws like in Cameroon?
Like I said before, the animal protection law in Cameroon is concentrated on wild animals. These farm and domestic animals, though the law is there, but it is not being implemented. There's absolutely nothing the government is doing to ensure that these laws are implemented on the field. So one of the work we are doing is we are working with especially the Ministry of Livestock, Fisheries and Animal Industry to be able to come out with to be able to work with local authorities, educate them on these laws, which we have done so, and we have worked with some few community leaders, and we've told them, we've educated them on the law. But as a non-governmental organization, we don't really have that powers. So we are lobbying the government to come in so that these laws could be implemented in these communities. As for the wildlife laws, they are there, they are being followed, because it's a huge department in terms of animal welfare. In terms of animals income, it generates a lot of income for the country. So the government is really concentrating on these wild animals. But talking about these farm animals, working animals, domestic animals, almost nothing is being done by the government to ensure that these animals are protected. So what we do is we gradually educate the people, because you cannot mount pressure on them. It is their animal.
Definitely.
And they don't care how they treat them. They will tell you it is their animal. But by gradually educating them, some of them are beginning to have a change of attitude towards these animals, as we can see. And we are receiving calls when an animal, at first, when an animal is sick, they don't care, they allow the animal to die. But in the communities where we've worked, when an animal is in a critical situation or an animal is sick, some of them call, they ask for advice. If it's a situation that they cannot handle, our team go there and see what they can do.
Okay, a little bit of follow-up question for that before we move to the next question. I know that when you are doing advocacy work, especially when it comes to law and policy reviews or implementation and all of that, you usually would need some kind of movement building, collaborating with other animal welfare organizations. So do you have a plethora or a good number of animal welfare organizations that you can work with within the community? Or what's the situation like in terms of, is there a movement, is there a community of animal welfare organizations and advocates that are able to join together to actually push this animal welfare laws forward in terms of implementation and also in reviews before even implementation?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. One of the things I would like you to know, Kike, is OIPA in the Northwest region is one of the 2 animal protection organizations in the Northwest region.
One of the 2,
and
okay.
Yes, in the Northwest region of Cameroon, it's one of the 2. And in the English-speaking part of Cameroon, we have about a maximum of 4 animal protection organizations. So the difficulties we face is, first of all, like I said before, animal welfare is a new concept. And the difficulties we are facing is the same difficulties the other organization is facing. But so far, we've been able to work together with Falcon, which is the other organization that is based in the Northwest region. We are working in collaboration.
Uh-oh.
I guess there is some network connectivity issue.
Yes, I guess so too. Yeah, we did listen. Okay, well, we will try to reach him at least within the time he'll be trying to connect with us back. But in the meantime, I think we can still share additional questions and feedback, or maybe if anybody has anything to say to what he has, talked about so far, it'd be nice to hear from the audience before he joins back in.
Yes, Dr. Kiki, greetings to all the members. This is my first time being here. Last few minutes have been a great exposure by some real work done over the field. Though less in number, it has been thrown so very powerful, its contribution for the welfare of animals. I talk to you from an odd hour in India. So as I given you the message in the chat box, see what help can we contribute from other nations as volunteers or something?
Okay, I can see your question. Okay, said what contributions do you expect from overseas volunteers other than monetary share? Yeah, I think I can be able to provide some context to that. So one of the things I know that, and I'm saying generally for the animal welfare organizations that we've worked with, is that there have been, struggles with basic operational tools to be able to, make the same, to be able to gain visibility, like global visibility, international visibility. For example, something as simple as a website can actually be a challenge. You can see him mention talking about how he has a website, but it's not, it's not up to standard. It's still has very minimal information, and also has, the technical issues that comes with having a substandard website. And one of the things that we, at least for AAA, is that we've been able to provide support with getting volunteers to, get this website improved, usability, readability, put in information, make it nice and easy to, for people to be able to see and showcase the work they are doing, so that you can be able to get more people to be more interested and more involved in your work. So things like websites, I think if people have skills in things like website building, particularly for Che, if people have things in skills like M&E, or in writing grants, in let me see, and things like managing, training them on managing finances, training them on even the technical parts of animal welfare, like even there is knowledge is still very much needed in terms of the work they are doing. So the more knowledge they have, the better they can be able to effectively, give back to the community and teach others in the community. So all of those things that are not necessarily monetary can also help. So, and I think another thing that would be nice for you to do if you're interested in that, you can also write to the organization to, present or ask or let them know what skills you have that you think you may be able to contribute. And then they can be able to, give you feedback and say, okay, since you have this skill, you can help us support in this particular area. And that can work, as a mutually beneficial situation for that. And you can, Cameron has also shared something here that you can volunteer to help an African organization here at the bottom of this page. So yes, so if you want to, either reach Che or any other animal advocacy organization, you can go to the link on this website, or we can always share Che's direct information with you for you to engage with him directly, or also, do it through us if that's what you prefer. So it depends on your choice and how you want to work with this. But yeah, there are several ways you can definitely work apart from just fundraising or providing money for their work. Thank you, Vivek, for that. Okay. All right, received. Thank you. Okay, any other further comments? I suppose that Che still has the network issue. Okay, so Che is not currently reachable, and I suppose it's an elongated technical issue, probably a network internet network issue. So, but I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I think through this, we have come to the end of the webinar. And I think even with what Che has presented with us or discussed with us, it has been very enlightening. And everybody has, learned one or two things from one of the work that has been done from one of the leading animal welfare organizations in Africa, particularly in West Africa. So I want to say thank you all very much for joining us today. We are happy to have you, and we look forward to seeing you in further webinars. Feel free to browse through our website for more information about Animal Advocacy Africa, and also about Che, who is leading the International Organization for Animal Protection in Cameroon. So thank you once again, and we look forward to having you in our further webinars, and have a good night, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, in wherever part of the world you are. So bye-bye, everybody.